Oh, hey, you're not here to rob me, are you? I really don't have anything of interest, if that's the... Oh, no, you're not? Oh, no, I remember you emailed and wanted to check out my collection, right? Yeah, I remember now. I'm sorry. I just get a little nervous around new people is all. Anyway, my name's Dub. You can just call me Dub. It's great to meet you. I was really happy to hear that you were interested in checking out my music collection. And like I said in the email, if there's anything you want to borrow from me, then just let me know. Just let me know. Anything's here to borrow. You know, I would love to talk about music stuff and just anything like that, you know? But, anyway, I actually got quite a few, new additions right here. Do you want to hear about them? If that's cool with you, of course. Just, you know, if it's not, just let me know. I just want to make it, you know, make sure it's cool with you. Oh, really? Oh, that's great. Thanks. All right, well, I'll just, oh dear. Oh boy, probably should put these in a container. I love that sound. There we go. Yeah. So let me show you what I got. Yeah. So this one right here is it's a single by KMFDM. It's called Light, and I quite like remixes. You see, I'm a big fan of remixes. So this is like a remix single or a maxi single, and it says that it contains 9 remixes of the song Light. You know, the band did a radio edit remix of Light, and also remixes by. Tell me if any of these ring a bell. 9 Inch Nails, Die Warzau, Crunch-O-Matic, Vince Lawrence, Excessive Force, Son of a Gun, and as the band boasts on the back, and of course KMFDM. And it's 49 minutes and 16 seconds of remix material, all for just one song. That's great, ain't it? So the original song, like, it's kind of like inspired by 90s kind of aerobics kind of shows. It has like a bouncing beat to it with kind of recurring guitars and some lady vocals on the chorus especially. What we do for you, so good for you. What you do for me, so good for me. And it kind of like advertises KMFDM, the band, as like some kind of like a product, you know, call 1-800, accept no imitations, KMFDM, one world, one nation. So again, it's kind of one of their goofier, lighthearted songs. Really catchy. A lot of cool remixes, like 9 Inch Nails. They stretched out to 7 minutes and kind of gradually pile on more and more layers to it, some more and more instruments. It gradually gets thicker and thicker. There's also quite a lot of different kind of remixes, like a aerobic dub, which adds more guitars, and the White Cotton Bowls dub, which makes it sound a bit more drum and bass sounding. Meanwhile, there's the Lighthouse dub, and it kind of turns into kind of soul funk with pianos and stuff like that. Anyway, really strongly recommended if you love industrial. There's a single here by Fluke. It's an electronica band from Britain called Tosh, or Tosh if you're a Brit. It basically just means like, garbage, rubbish, like, you're talking tosh. What's a tosh? Just talking rubbish. I hope I'm not talking tosh, am I? Oh, thanks. Sorry, I ramble a lot when I'm nervous and when I'm having fun and when I'm meeting new people, and I guess I just always ramble a lot. Anyway, so the single for Tosh, it's like it's got 5 mixes on it. 2 of these are radio edits. So there's the Gosh mix, Posh mix, and there's the Dosh, Josh, and Mosh mix. The Gosh mix is really upbeat. The lyrics are really chanty. The Posh mix, that's kind of like a slower beat to it, more drawn out, and the vocals are more filtered, yeah. The Dosh mix, that's again slower and with some weird filters, a different vocalist, much more laid back. The Josh mix, a bit more repetitive. It has kind of like a recurring bass line, and percussions. It sounds very, very soul funk kind of listen to it. It's really catchy. I really recommend the Josh mix of Tosh. The Mosh mix is basically it's an extended instrumental version of the Posh mix. Really good to listen to. So anyway, yeah, definitely recommend that. It's a very varied single. Lots of different kind of remixes and different directions that it takes that same song, and all the lyrics are very it's very silly and very kind of repetitive lyrics. So it's like super something, super this and that. It repeats super and then puts other words in, like Super Mario, super high and low, lust and super funk. Yeah, you get the idea. Yeah, so I got this one. Do you want to hear about it? It's more British music. Are you interested in me talking more about it? Oh, great, yeah. So, this one is, it's another single. It's called, Get the Girl, Kill the Baddies. It's pretty funny name. It's by Pop Will Eat Itself, or PWEI. So they're kind of like a rock band from the 80s and 90s, especially. That's when they were quite prominent in the UK. The 90s stuff like this, it's more industrial rock, especially. And this version of the single, it's got remixes by a guy called Adrian Sherwood. He did a really good job with these. The music has kind of like a more of a dance feel to it. It's still got the guitars and all that, but it's just got like, more percussions and more synths and kind of stuff to get you bobbling along and dancing along. It also got some lyrical changes just to make it radio friendly, of course, but still, like say, so there's like a 7-inch mix, that's about 4 minutes 30. The 12-inch mix, that's an extra minute longer. There's a dub mix if you prefer like less vocals but stretched out a bit more, and there's also a different kind of remix, part man, part machine. It's basically Get the Girl, Kill the Baddies. It starts off really long. It's like 14 minutes, like a really long ambient intro for a long time, and then it kind of gradually builds up and then jumps into a nightclub rave trancey dance kind of track. Really cool single, and love the artwork. It's very kind of cutesy, goofy, and oh man, I love this. It's Depeche Mode Remixes 81 to 04. It's a remix album compilation of all like these rare mixes. You get remixes like it's 37. Which do I choose? Oh yeah, Enjoy the Silence, like a rock reinterpretation by Michael Shinoda? Yeah, Shinoda. And you get like a 9-minute drawn-out remix of Never Let Me Down Again by Depeche Mode and by Dave Bascombe. And there's remixes of World in My Eyes. Daniel Miller did that, and it sounds like they took an early 90s song and added some more synths and kind of dancey kind of sounds to it, while still keeping it the same, the same track intact. Great listen. nothing head cleaner rock mix. It transformed into like an upbeat kind of prog rock track, and again, great listen, really, really awesome. You know, I could talk about all the remixes on this if I really wanted to, but like I say, it's a compilation, like really great remixes on there. Lots of really cool interpretations, reinterpretations of classic Depeche Mode songs, so would definitely recommend that. This one is Queen. I'm sure you've heard of Queen. I'm sure of it, and I know it. Want me to talk more about it? Yeah, sure. So yeah, Queen, the remixes of You Don't Fool Me. It's probably not a track that you think, oh yeah, it's not one of those kind of tracks, but really awesome track, like, kind of like warning about a certain person, like a certain lady you shouldn't trust, and kind of like a lot of layered lyrics. Really catchy bass line, really cool guitar rhythms, and catchy drums, and Freddie Mercury's vocals kind of layered on top, with him going like da 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 da, while the bass goes doom 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 doom. Yeah, it's really cool. And there are remixes as well. There's a remix by Dancing Divas, a remix by Jam and Spoon, and by David Richards. He makes a 10-minute remix, which he uses samples from like live performances of Freddie Mercury chanting along with the crowd. The Dancing Divas club mix, that kind of includes some of the guitars kind of part of the intro. Then it eventually builds up to a nightclub kind of kind of sound to it, head nodding kind of rhythm. The Jam and Spoon mix, that has much more original kind of instrumentation compared to the other mixes. But still, it's a 10-minute kind of remix. You probably imagine playing at a nightclub for a while, and again, it's upbeat and kind of has a pop feel to it. Last but not least, I got this single by a metal band called Clawfinger. It's a single for a song called Tomorrow. Again, it's quite head-bobbing. It's a head-bobbing kind of song. Hoping that things will be better, in the future, even though things look pretty tough now. And so there's the album version. Again, really heavy and really cool listen. The Sank remix, the Sank mix, that's a bit more radio-friendly, has more prominent bass and kind of a warble effect in the vocals, and slightly less guitars, but it's still, it still kicks butt when you listen to it. There's Do What I Say, there's a Hanger remix of that, and it has this kind of percussion effect, I don't know, it sounds kind of Middle Eastern. It also has a recording of a kid, when I grow up, there will be a day, and it's basically talking about how things gonna be in his control and everyone's gonna do what he says. And the lyrics kind of talk about being told what to do and don't do this, don't do that, know your place, shut your mouth, but know that I love you, but you gotta don't argue against me. And it's kind of like a song written by a kid from a kid's perspective about adults being so mean. There's the B-side, I Don't Want To. It's got a aggressive sound to it, a lot more aggressive than the other ones, saying that I don't want to do this and that if it means this and that. Don't want to leave if I'm going away, or don't want to think if I have to use my head. So, it's very kind of abrasive lyrics. I think it's kind of mocking people who don't want to push themselves or try new things because it requires too much, or it gets them out of their comfort zone or something like that. That's my interpretation, but that's just me. Anyway, so those are just some of the CDs and singles and stuff like that I've got here. And say, if you want to hear more about what I've got on offer, or you want to borrow anything, just let me know, and I would love to let you borrow them and hear your thoughts, and I would love to kind of I'm sorry, this sounds pathetic, but I would love to kind of hang out sometime and listen to them with you, if that's okay. I'm not forcing anything. I'm not trying to make you do anything that you don't want to do. I'm just saying that, if you want to, you can always pop by again and visit me again if you want. If you want. Really? You serious? I didn't expect you to respond to that. Yeah, that'd be great. Thanks, I really appreciate it. Sorry, sometimes my voice kind of gets a bit higher when I'm when I'm a bit eager, a bit excited. Sorry if it sounds a bit weird. Anyway, yeah, it was great to see you and great to meet you. And yeah, so if you ever want to check out my collections again, I would love to showcase what's on offer. And like I say, you can borrow anything, but by all means, borrow them all. You can take them all and bring them back whenever. All right, well, I guess you've probably got a lot of plans. I gotta catch up on a few things now, so I guess I'll see you around, huh? Yeah, I guess I will. You stay safe now, okay? Yeah, it's yeah, you just walk down the stairs and to your left to exit. So yeah, I guess I'll see you later then. You stay safe now. Yeah. See ya.